The Bentley GT is both a user-friendly and wallet-friendly luxury car. Bentley has a long tradition of hand-tooled craftsmanship, backed by exceptional power and effortless performance. When these cars were new, they were close to $200,000 depending on the options. Today, 15 years later, they can be bought for under 50 grand, which is a hell of a lot of car for that kind of money. Now, Bentley took a lot of attention to the small details. So on the exterior, there are a couple things unique in Bentleys that they designed that are just really cool. The way the hood opens, basically, they focus a lot of things around the emblems. So like most cars, you go into the interior and pull a little lever. Well, what that does is it releases the hood latch, and then the B in the emblem pops up and you pull it up by that. Also, another unique little detail is the actual headlights have headlight washers. So you can't have dirty headlights driving around in your Bentley. So the little triangle here pops out and squirts water and cleans your headlights for you. For the rear trunk of the car, much like the hood, it doesn't open normally. There's no key to insert. There's no little button or lever. You have to just tap on the Bentley emblem and it releases the trunk and opens that way. Now, another thing mechanically about this car is in 2005, they had huge brakes on it, the biggest of any production car at that time. And it's a heavy car with a big, powerful engine, so the brakes are just as good at slowing down the car as the engine is at making it go fast. The Continental GT's 12-cylinder, 6-liter engine is configured as 4 banks of 3 cylinders in a W formation, giving a compact power plant which allows for significantly more interior space. Twin low-inertia turbochargers boost the power output of the almost 6,000 cc engine to an impressive 552 horsepower. The W12 engine gets its unique low-compression pistons to handle boost levels of between 4.4 and 10.2 psi, huffed by twin 3K Warner turbochargers. That pressure arrives instantly and imperceivably, providing peak torque at just 1,600 RPM, giving stunning torque, mid-range power, and a deep, bassy soundtrack. The interior of this car is just dripping in leather. And just like the exterior, everything is about attention to detail. So it's all the little things to make it just that much more close to perfection. Even the steering wheel, the stitching in the steering wheel is one continuous piece of thread all the way through. Does it make it better? It makes it a little cooler. But there's a lot of options on the interior made for comfort. So you have things like the heated seats are not just heated seats. You have different levels, 1 through 6, depending on what your preference happens to be that day. It also has options like a global close button, where if the windows are down and the doors are unlocked, but you feel like just closing everything up, you press the button and everything locks, the windows go up, and you're in your little safe Bentley cocoon. Other features that are kind of unique to this car would be things like the shifter button. So when you are shifting, or going to neutral, reverse, anything like that, the button pops up and you have to press it down in order to go to the next gear. Whereas if you go into sport mode and set it over to the side, the Bentley emblem, the B, actually goes down into the shifter handle and is out of your way, and you no longer need to press that button to go through the gears. So you can drive this in full automatic, You can drive it in sport with this, or it also gives you the options for paddle shifters. So they try and make it accommodating to all their clientele. The interior of this car is either luxurious leather or wood or metal. There's no plastic in here, so it just gives you that luxurious feel the second you get in the car. And all the little extras add up. One of the things they had in 2005, probably my favorite feature about the car, which is silly, but it's just the nostalgia it brings, is in these little armrests. If you open this one up, it comes with your own cell phone. And if you're under the age of 20 years old, you might not have ever seen one of these in person, but they are the old Nokia brick phones. And it even works still, which is crazy. I mean, it needs a SIM card, but it still works. And a lot of these cars, these Bentleys, these got lost along the way, so it's kind of cool that this one still has it. Now, when you talk on the phone, in this car, it plays through the stereo system. So they have in this armrest the privacy phone, which is just like a phone that connects with the car. So if you have a passenger in the car and you don't want them to hear your conversation, you pick this up and you can talk to the person on the phone without it being displayed through the speakers for more privacy. They're the little additions that just make the car really cool. And then hidden underneath here is, oh, and the armrests, if you want to be up higher, they adjust like that, and then to put them back down, you go all the way up and down. But when you put them up, under here is your cup holder. So it has a little spot for everything. So there's a button for just about anything you could want in this car. Whatever kind of adjustment to make the car personalized to you and how you want to drive it, it's all adjustable here in front of you somewhere on one of these buttons. For instance, one of the things, it has a spoiler that pops up when you're going at high speeds, and right here are the buttons to make the spoiler pop up or close back down. There's also an adjustment here. You click it, and the suspension, you can change it from comfort to sport mode. So you turn the little knob whether you want it more comfortable or a more sporty ride. Then there's other little things such as the buttons right here are for adjusting the lights on the gauges. So if it's dark outside and they're really too bright for your eyes, you can dim it down a little bit. Or say it's really bright out and you can't see anything, you just up the lights a bit. Just whatever is most comfortable for you, there is an adjustment for it. The suspension has self-adjusting air springs and electronic dampeners that operate independently for each wheel, making it an extremely comfortable ride. It really rides like a cloud. It also has a setting right here so you can change the ride height of the car. And it's not an extremely low car as it is, but if you need it a little higher, getting over bumps, maybe make it a little more comfortable, then you have the option to go from normal up to a high ride. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and maybe learned a little something new about the Bentley Continental. Now, Bentleys have always been one of my dad's favorite cars, but this one in particular holds a special place in his heart because it happens to match the color of his dog Woofus. And they're both the same kind of brown-red color, so it's gonna be a very sad day when this car finds a new home because my dad gets a real kick out of the mascot, Woofus, that matches this car. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you again in the near future.